So why don't you come with me to a place by the sea? We can swim, we can talk, burn a couple of trees, you and me.
In this episode, we head to Preveza, Greece, where we check out and sail to Italy.
So we're in lovely, sunny Greece. There's a bit of wind out today, and we're racing to get to Lefkada to check out before the bridge opens, to then get through the bridge to go to Preveza. So when you first get to Greece, you get issued with a transit log, and then nearly every island you go to, you have to check into the island and then check out of the island when you leave, and then check into the next island with the harbour master. And it's a very, very painful exercise. So we're motor sailing at 7.5 knots to try and get there.
So we got a new head sail. It's a little smaller, it's real shiny, and it's working a treat. It's blowing us up this little inland sea.
Our head sail is huge, 160%, so we got this smaller one to be a bit safer in strong winds. We rip into the port at Lefkada, and G runs down to the harbour master to check out. And the rest of us don't do much. G made it back in time to get through the bridge.
We're officially checked out of Lefkada. It turns out it's only non-EU boats that have to do this whole check-in, check-out thing. So when we came barreling into the side of our Dutch friends from a few nights ago, they were pretty confused as to why we felt like we had to move 1,000,000 miles per hour in a very shallow, narrow mooring. But since we're Australian, we had to do it, and now it's done. We're checked out of Lefkada, and we get to sail a few more miles, check in, so that we can check out again in a few hours.
And then we have to learn the process for Italy.
Yay, red tape.
We head back up the Lefkada Canal and up into Preveza. We get a spot on the town pier, just a couple of boats down from our friends Guy and Zoe. G and I randomly met these Aussies at our first anchorage in Croatia, and it turns out they bought their cat off the exact same pier that we bought Everlong. We eat some gyros and say a sad goodbye to our Aussie friends. Then it's time to set sail.
We're leaving Greece. Hercules is safely tucked up here on deck instead of dangling out the waves like when we came from Montenegro. You'll be happy.
Anchor up and we're away. Just like that, we're leaving Greece. I'd love to stay longer. You could do a whole summer here. But if we want to cross the Atlantic this year, and we do, we've got to keep moving. And so we head out into the unknown again. We're expecting it to be a bit rolly, so we're all a bit apprehensive about getting sick and wondering how Juliet and the rest of us will fare. We try and eat some breakfast and keep fluids up, and our fingers crossed.
It's a beautiful sunny day. Leaving Greece, starting our sail to Italy. We're about maybe 2 hours in. Carl's back's playing up from a couple of days ago, so he hasn't come out of his cabin probably the last 2 days, so we're one crew member down. We're heading into some swell, which isn't big by any means, but it's just uncomfortable. So Juliet's seasick, I'm feeling a bit queasy. Shannon didn't get any sleep last night. So I think G's got this. Happy as Larry.
Just need a couple of more knots.
Yeah. Winds, we did have almost 10 knots, but it's dropped down to 5 now, so engine is running, we're not getting anywhere fast.
Thankfully, we get a bit more wind and can enjoy sailing, even though we all feel a bit rough.
Just turn the engines off.
4.6, 4.7.
G's up, just enjoying the sail. Got Taryn.
She's seeking adventure.
On my sleeping shift. We're about 10 hours in. It's a glorious sunset. It's been a beautiful day, but we're all feeling pretty queasy. There's been a few vomits. We've got a stowaway who's not allowed above deck until we get to Italy. He's in here somewhere. Hi, Carl. He seems to be faring the best out of all of us. We're just rolling, feeling comfortable, and that's about it. Shannon's on watch.
Hey, I had my first ever shock from seasickness. It's very beautiful though.
Not the vomit, the sunset.
And a beautiful sunset it is. Day quickly turns into night. We keep rolling, but we've got this beautiful big full moon. It's a surreal experience, being the only one awake, under the moon, gliding into the darkness. The night feels like it goes on, but eventually that sun does come up.
We've made it. It's just after dawn. The ocean's settled down a bit. It's still a little roly-poly. Juliet's awake. She's alive. Carl, awake, alive. And look, Taryn's feeling well enough to actually fill in our first logbook entry.
One entry every 24 hours.
We were planning to keep it up to date every hour. Our priorities changed.
With roughly 15 hours of sailing ahead of us, the boys check the weather forecast to see what we're heading into. We use our Iridium Go sat phone and predict wind. The boys don't particularly like what they see.
We're looking at the weather.
Thank you.
We don't know what it's doing. We've got the book.
Fancy naps.
Ooh. This one looks good. This one doesn't look so good. Black is bad. We hope this one's wrong.
That's a lot of black.
45 knots.
Everlong can handle it.
Yeah, but can we?
How about the rest of us?
The day fades into night again, and we manage to avoid too much bad weather. 36 hours later,
We're in Italy! We had the AIS and the radar going, Francesco on the radio.
Is that what his name was?
Yeah!
What a winner.
He gave us the Wi-Fi password and directions to the restaurant already.
I like him.
Yeah, it was a bit more of an adventure than we expected. The weather was good, but the seas were not.
So why don't you come with me to a place by the sea? We can swim, we can